Hey, what's going on? Reaction 47 here. We are going to fire off another session from the correct people. Some of you video game consoler people aren't going to like me because this is kind of like a parody spoof on the on video games. So let's crank up full screen and hit play and see what's going on with if video game commercials were honest.
Hi, I'm Roger, and I'd like to offer you a respite from your life. Do you like video games, or failing that, are you psychologically addicted to video games because we manufactured them?
Oh yes, these video games can become quite addictive. They manufacture them that way. Let's see what he's going to say about this.
With built-in reward systems designed to activate the pleasure centers in your brain? Great! Then you'll love our new game. Here's generally where I'd cut to some really impressive footage, but we both know that any clips I show you won't actually be in the game. The video game footage we show in trailers and...
I know, isn't that the truth? They always show either an image or a depiction of a level that's so far off into the game that you'll have to play it for like 3 or 4 years straight to even get to that level.
That gaming convention is in no way representative of the actual gameplay in the game itself. It's just an expensive little movie that you will never be able to play. Footage from the actual game is worse. How worse? Buy the game and find out. But before you do, there's something else I'd require you to buy. You're going to need a new video game system.
You need the console.
Not just any video game system, but a video game system that's more or less like any video game system. Here's Horton's Reality Escaping Electric Brick. I know what you really want is the game.
I just love how they mix up the lingo because, you know, obviously they can't use the name brand lingo because it's like a copyright infringement, or they're not going to like that, or the lawyers are going to get involved, or somebody's going to be sue happy. But I just love the lingo and rhetoric that he uses of like the, you know, the thinking outside the box type terms of what it really is.
Just talked about, and I know you probably have a version of Horton's Reality Escaping Electric Brick, but you need the current one, unless you're fine playing 5-year-old games that were designed specifically to fail after a certain amount of time. We'll, of course, have a new electric brick coming out, but that's at least 2 years away, so just buy this one now. When it comes to graphics, the ones on Horton's Reality Escaping Electric Brick sure are subjectively comparable to what you'd expect for whatever year it is. It's got a good amount of the major games you'd want, plus some of our own. Some of the games are great, most of them are alright. But in general, they're all just mostly identical installments in one of the 3 types of video games that exist now. But you know, it's still a perfectly acceptable way to escape the crushing truths of reality. And hey, if you don't like games, we got Netflix on this thing. But you probably do like games. So here.
Wow, I'm actually really surprised he called out that company by their name brand. And actually, you just caught it. They actually showed a bunch of other brands on the screen. A couple other ones that are hot to trot.
Here, try this one. It's zombie munching bloody things. I'm told it's exactly fine. You can get it on your PlayStation, your Xbox, or hey, why not try it on Horton's brand Electric Brick? I'd show you some footage of people playing the game, but I can't because the game's not ready yet. It won't be ready when you pre-order it either, and heck, or hell if you prefer, it won't even be ready when you play it. You see, we learned a long time ago that we can make lots of new games, or we can just keep charging you to download more of the same game, assuming we call it bonus material or the DLC, and we chose the latter option, the option that requires less work on our part. The only real innovation happening in games now is centered around sales. We've got a team of dedicated researchers and scientists.
Sales, and what they will also do is they will purposely put things on back order to heighten the excitement within their customer base to get you to go bananas even more. They did this years ago back in the 1980s with the Cabbage Patch craze. They specifically left them on back order for like an extra couple months just to heighten the intensity and the excitement behind their product.
Working round the clock to come up with new and exciting ways to take your money. Video games with subscriptions. Oh, somebody thought of that. Early access. That's another one. We found that we can take a game that is unfinished and you'll still pay the full price for it, so long as we call it early access. You're paying for the privilege of playing a broken game. Whoa, keep it up.
Boy, I tell ya, what these advertisers and marketers do to pocket extra cash will absolutely blow your untrained mind. And then when you do find out, it's like, really? That's what they do.
And you too. You also keep it up. Keep on buying our video games and video game systems, even though they're all mostly identical, because you pretty much have to. And if you don't know, now you know. I'm Roger.
Yeah, I really like Roger's lingo. I like the way he lays things out, his terminology, and his rhetoric behind a lot of this stuff. Because all of these are truth in commercials and truth in advertising. And once you start getting an idea and a taste of what some of these marketers and advertisers are doing, yes, you're getting a product in the long run, but how they manipulate their customer base to get even more cash out of them, when you start evaluating some of these things, it's pretty flat out disgusting and, ironically, perfectly legal. See you next time.